But we're not going to get a lot of showers today.
Not as much rain.
Expected.
Yeah, the next couple of days our chance for rain is going to be low. However, and if you do get one of the storms, it will produce some pretty heavy downpours. It's just they're going to be few and far between. So kind of one or the other here. But that does mean more sunshine and there's hotter temperatures coming back into play. Right now, though, we are looking at some partly cloudy skies here in town. At least you can go to lunch and get back without getting soaked, unlike yesterday when all that heavy rain was moving on in. Live radar right now not showing much of anything. Couple showers near the Baton Rouge area to Morgan City, but we are dry here. Did have one shower early this morning that did produce a water spout. Jamie Clark took a shot of this one on his way up the causeway to the North Shore there, and it did have one tiny shower. That's all we've had, and anytime we get one of these, I talked about this morning, possibly we could see a water spout, and ta-da, we had a water spout out there this morning. Fortunately, nothing to worry about that now, but you can kind of see the lake breeze and sea breeze kind of kicking in there, sparking off a little bit of some of those cumulus clouds, and some of those may try to develop some showers once we heat up a little bit more this afternoon. Front to our north will stay there. High pressure primarily over us, though, and that's keeping the weather pretty much quiet. Now, this trough of low pressure is kind of digging down all the way down here across the Gulf South, and what it's doing is this rust color you see. That is some drier air, and as the dry air sneaks in here, it reduces the chance for storms to be kind of widespread. We still can see them because there's a lot of low-level moisture out there. That's why it's so humid. But when you get up a little higher in the atmosphere, 5,000, 10,000 plus feet, we are dealing with some drier conditions. The only bad thing about that is when a thunderstorm does develop, it can tap into some of that dry air and bring it down and produce some gusty winds. So any thunderstorm we get the next couple of days could have some strong winds with it and also some downpours too. So we do need to watch out for that. The only nice thing is that we're going to be few and far between. Right now, fewer storms expected for today with that dry air above us and hot, but few storms expected for Thursday and Friday. So the rest of the week not looking too bad out there. Our chance of rain at 30% all the way through Friday. It does increase over the weekend. Little upper level wave coming in from the north, going to work its way down to Louisiana, and that's going to help to give us a little better chance for rain out there. But as we close out today, we've already had almost a foot of rain so far at Armstrong International for the month of July. That's nearly double of what we're supposed to get. So just crazy weather we've had. Even though we had a hurricane, that did not contribute much to that rain total. 85 degrees our temperature right now. Dew point 73. Does feel like it's 92 outside. It's a little toasty out there. North of the lake, we're looking at 84 in Hammond, 86 in Slidell, Bogalusa at 88. Reserve always a little bit of a hot spot there with their sensor saying 94 degrees current air temperature. I don't think it's quite that hot there. 86 also from Houma back to Belle Chase, and does feel like the lower 90s for much of the area. Again, I don't think it feels like 113 in reserve, but don't be surprised if it's the mid 90s there. 94 really the true hot spot locally at Belle Chase and Baton Rouge there at 96 degrees. And we'll feel like the mid 90s this afternoon. Temperatures kind of dying out this evening once the sun goes down, of course. So for today, you'll see that chance of rain 20 to as much as about 30% all the way through 9 o'clock. Temperatures upper 80s to right around that 90-degree mark. And you can see here on Precision Cast, not showing a ton of rain through 4 o'clock. Again, spotty showers and storms. That's about it. And then see a few more of those off to the west of Interstate 55 or closer to Baton Rouge as we head into 7 o'clock tonight. Going on into 10 o'clock, the rain's gone. Tomorrow morning starting off pretty nice. And as we head to the afternoon, same thing. Couple showers and storms. That is it. The only difference tomorrow is going to watch a complex of storms coming in from north to south. So by 3 o'clock, it's about at the state line. As we get to about dinner time, Bogalusa area, parts of Washington Parish and the North Shore may see some storms from this, and a few may develop down here on the South Shore. So do plan for a little rain later than normal as we get into Thursday. They do get out of here or dissipate by 10 o'clock, though, on Thursday night, which is some good news. Quick look at the tropics. Again, we're watching that one feature was Invest 95. Low chance of 10% development with this. That's about it. Expected to kind of work its way along the Florida coastline, east coastline there, back to the east coast of the Carolinas. May see some development by the weekend, but really not expecting much to come from that. Again, the feature we're watching here in the Cabo Verde Islands does have a 50% chance of development, even out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean here. I'm watching it, but I'm not concerned about it right now. So that's a good thing. We don't need to be concerned about it either as we head on into the rest of really this week and next week, because this is so far out there in the open Atlantic. Aside from that, though, the rest of the tropics looking pretty quiet here in the Gulf of Mexico. A little upper level low spinning here, but that's not going to develop in anything. The Caribbean looking pretty good, and then the open Atlantic, again, not much going on. That little couple waves coming off of Africa as we hit August. We see a lot of that, and that's indeed something we'll be watching as we go forward here over the course of the next month, as we see a lot more of those Cape Verde type systems coming off of Africa. So 90s all the way through the next 7 days. The exception may be Sunday with a high there of 89 degrees.